Yo, welcome back to Genshin Impact. In the last episode, or in the last episodes, 2 of them to be precise, we started the interlude chapter of Sumeru, which is basically the backstory, or like the new story about the Wanderer, aka Scaramouche, aka Kuni Kazushi, or whatever, aka the Balladeer, aka the Headman, aka the guy who ran off and doesn't exist anymore, or whatever. He basically erased himself from history, or like changed the past, changed the present, whatever. I don't even know. It's pretty complicated. And in last episode we talked to some people to see how far he managed to change and erase himself. And then we also talked to Nahida and found out that she also has forgotten about him, but the story which we told her about him is something that she found in a fairy tale. So it technically still exists, and then now we need to go to the Grand Bazaar to clear our head. And I don't know what we're looking for, or who we're looking for, but apparently I've ran out of the place where I need to go. Well, I am walking around the Grand Bazaar. Did I just see the Draculus? No, the Grand Bazaar. So, okay, over here apparently. Let's see what's gonna happen.
What should we eat first?
Did we come here to eat? I don't know, Paimon always is about food, I guess. I have a nagging feeling, like there's something I'm missing, something important that I'm forgetting. Scaramouche, maybe? Are we forgetting him too? No, we actually can't forget him because we aren't from this world. That was something that got clarified last episode.
Hey, are you gonna answer or what?
You talking to me? Sorry, it's just give me a minute, I'm still processing. You won't understand. Because Paimon can't remember.
Alright, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff out. Then we can get something to eat.
Come on, brain, let's take this out. It's gotta be in there somewhere. It was something about Irminsul and deleting oneself. Something about Rukkhadevata, maybe that we have forgotten already. Cradle at Rukkhadevata, forbidden knowledge, Nahida.
What is it? Have you figured it all out?
Maybe Elhaven? I don't know. I figured something out apparently. Yes, that was it. Cradle at Rukkhadevata. She said that no one can erase themselves from existence, not even her. Okay, so you can't erase yourself, but he basically altered his fate. Otherwise, why would she need to create her own reincarnation unless allowed Kusanali to do the deletion for her? There would be no point.
Why'd you jump up all of a sudden?
I don't know. No, I can't tell Paimon. She doesn't know about Cradle at Rukkhadevata. But this is a crucially important detail. It's simply not possible for the Balladeer to completely erase his own existence. In which case the question is, what happened to him?
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look.
As if he would just randomly walk in when I'm thinking of him. That's too unreal, even for this guy. I was gonna say, like, maybe he made a copy of himself. He made a copy pasta. First time actually seeing him in his new form and new skin in the game, besides pulling him. What?
Hey, wait!
Look at him.
Hmm? You mean me?
He sounds so peaceful. Man, Okay, I still don't know what happened to him. We're gonna figure out and find out in the story quest. I know, I gotta be patient here. But I really hope he's still the same person. He probably doesn't share the memory, which would be so sad. Because I was really feeling for him. I felt like we kind of like finally got to know each other and got to understand each other and would have been on the same wavelength, complicated word. When we were like talking to him next to Irminsul, I felt like maybe we could be friends, and now he probably has forgotten about me.
No, not you.
Painful.
Kid. Didn't you see? Little rascal grabbed my last 2 fresh Sunsettias and ran off. Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay? What is it? Work's too boring for you? Or has the big city got too many distractions?
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Sorry, boss. I think you're right. Maybe it's the city. It's so exciting. It can be hard to focus.
I don't know, but I know I technically should be used to his voice. But like right now that he looks so different and everything, it's so weird to me because it feels like when I heard his voice for the first time again, and when I first met him during his very first event, the official event back then. I have literally forgotten what it was called. Something with stars, or I don't know. When you met him in Leo, and I had seen pictures of him before, and I thought that his voice was gonna be like more like Venti sounding, like Singcho sounding, like very young and softish. And then I heard his voice being like rather deep and raspy, and I was like, bombastic side eye.
Who's that guy? You know him or something?
Paimon, oh my god, that guy is the Balladeer.
He's who?
He's the, yeah, I don't know who he is now, he doesn't know either, probably.
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work to do, you keep letting yourself get distracted. I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this, pretty soon I won't be able to afford to.
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything. I'm just so thankful you agreed to take on an outsider like me.
That is so weird.
You're welcome, I guess. But I got bigger things to worry about. Look, we're all out of Sunsetias, and I promised the lady down the street I'd deliver a fruit bowl this evening.
Leave it to me. I'll find some more. Just a moment. I'll be right back.
Why does it feel like he's
Stop.
putting on an act? Even though he isn't, probably.
I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And at first, I got greedy. Couldn't believe my luck. But I figured you'd start asking for something in return eventually. You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around, taking in the sights. Are you a drifter or something?
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later. First, let me get those fruits you needed. Sunsetias, was it? I'll be right back.
Hey, what do we do now?
Let's follow him.
Okay, stay out of sight. Don't let him see you.
Oh god, one of these games again, isn't it? Oh, okay, I just... No minigame at all. Just for the person you just saw. Where has he gone to? Oh, there's a door here. Why have I never known this? Sometimes I just go to Sumeru, and I don't do this very often, so every time I go to Sumeru it feels like I'm being here for the first time. Wait for me, a random person who probably can't remember me and has never seen me in his life. I'm just following you. Don't be weirded out, please. We're so not being obvious.
Yeah, this'll do.
Wanderer, okay.
Even though you say he's the Balladeer, what are we planning on doing? Stealing his Sunsetias? Isn't that a bit too cruel?
Shut up, Paimon.
Oh, alright.
This should be enough. Guess I should wash them before I take them back.
He's like a blank page, literally. If I wasn't seeing this with my own eyes, I would never believe it.
Huh?
Oh my god.
You two over there. Is there something I can help you with?
It's literally like an alternate reality, which it technically is. Because, like, time and fate has created a new version of him. So, like, the story of him technically still exists. But that was the story from the past, from the original reality, was the one with the black cat from the story that Mahida told us last episode. So this replica, or like new version of him, also exists because he still does exist, because he can't erase himself from history. But he had like a whole different life, and probably hasn't been through any of these traumatic events, and hasn't been associated with the Fatui, or with Dotore, or with anyone.
He spotted us!
So he's probably like a blank space, literally, a blank page, a blank piece of paper.
You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice.
You're right, we were following. How am I gonna explain myself? I don't wanna, like, remind him of the stuff that he tried to erase so hard. If he can't recognize me, then he can't remember anything from his past life, because he's not the same person, doesn't share the same memories.
Have we met before?
But he may have a clue. Since when are Sunsetias literally Paimon-sized? What the hell?
No, we haven't met. But you know me?
Yeah.
I have no recollection.
It's complicated, but I do know you, or like, another version of you.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yeah.
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
I can prove it, but technically, how could we be so sure? Speaking from like in-game in-game brain knowledge. How could we be so sure that this is literally Scaramouche? Because he looks different. He's not purple anymore. He's blue. He's walking around. He's still wearing that stupid hat, that boomerang hat. He's wearing a different outfit though. And we can't just say you're Scaramouche because you kind of look like him. Because like the color scheme is different, the outfit is different. Because if we would go from that logic, then literally, you know, every NPC in Tibet from every nation has like same face syndrome, so he could be walking to like any guy with a random NPC face and with like medium male hair length and be like, oh my god, are you Tepe? You're a puppet. Why would we say that?
A puppet? What makes you think that?
Oh my god, Ether. What is the whole reason to bring this all up again? If, like, you're, like, destroying the whole point of him erasing him, so that's... Shaking my head right now. You make him wanna do it again.
The look on his face!
He can remember? Okay.
I guess you do know me after all.
Okay.
That is not something I share with a lot of people.
Okay, so he's still a puppet, I see.
Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down, I'm sure whatever it is must be important.
There's somewhere I want to take you. Where?
Okay, but please let me deliver these goods to my boss first.
Are you really working for that guy? He said you don't want any more for it. Is that true?
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm, and he let me take shelter in his cart. In return, I said I'd be his helper for a while.
That's oddly nice of you.
Let me take these back.
Who are you?
Then I'll come with you, okay?
Alright.
Then let's return to the city.
I want the old one back. No. No, give me back the old unpolished version that I got to know and got to love, question mark. I don't know, I kinda got used to him being stinky and being here and being a little brat and I don't know, being a mess. And chaos, the god of destruction. That is the wrong way. Where do I need to go? I returned to the grocery store. Oh, so yeah, okay, so inside the building. I can't talk. And I can't walk because I don't have stamina left. Alright, here. Down the rabbit hole. Down the rabbit hole. Back to the grocery store. Oh, that
Here
was
you go,
Rhyme
boss.
again.
I'll leave them right here.
Oh, you really went and picked some more. Who are these two?
How do you not know me? I'm the protagonist of this game.
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me. Sorry, boss. I'm afraid I'll be away from the stall for a while.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want, kid. Don't waste your time here.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. Even then, I don't understand why you're so adamant that you don't want any pay for it. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world, like you had nowhere to be and didn't even care that it was raining. Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why is this guy traveling during a rainstorm if he's not trying to get somewhere? And why is he taking a shortcut through the open country if he's not even in a hurry? But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not all this. Your time is valuable. You know, you should go live your life.
But I don't...
He can't remember?
No, you're right.
No, he's struggling.
Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye. Thank you again for taking me into the city.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds of characters over the years. I just hope you find your path.
Thank you. All right, done. Thanks for waiting for me. We can go now.
Alright. Return to the Sanctuary of Surstana. Oh, there already? Oh no, I'm not ready! If the thing that I think is gonna happen, then this episode is gonna be very short, and it's not gonna be short actually. I'm gonna do something else after the quest ends, but I'm thinking the quest may end in the next like 5 to 10 minutes. I don't know how long the dialogue will go, but I'm not ready for what is awaiting me. Oh! Wait, no, something else is gonna happen, I think. I've read about it somewhere. Okay, I think this is gonna take a while, actually. We will see. Still hoping for story to explain something. Like, why is he animal? Like, why? Did Wenty give him a vision after he, like, deleted himself? Or because you saw, like, oh, this guy is a lost cause, literally. Look who I found! Oh, boy, what a shame you can't recognize him.
What's wrong?
I got the guy here.
Huh?
That.
Are you?
Yes.
Hello. I do apologize for the sudden intrusion.
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember anything. So, yeah, quite an eventful walk.
You tell us about Kusanali what happened in the Grand Bazaar.
You say that you're trekking across Teyvat to train yourself. Many other Inazumans who describe themselves in this way call themselves Shugenja. Why do you refer to yourself as a wanderer?
Shugenja. Wait, I have to write that down maybe. Shugenja.
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, it sounds like a plant with no roots. But these two claim that they know me, and that I have a hidden past unknown even to myself.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... this is a difficult one to explain. I don't like to rely on using terms like this often, but in your case, it seems that it ought to be called previous incarnation. Oh, like a past life or something? Yes, something far more distant than the past. So far away that you cannot perceive it.
Okay, I have to ask. What was I like in my previous incarnation?
Do you really want to know?
Oh, okay. I see. You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't have the most wonderful existence in my previous incarnation.
I'm just trying to think where to start.
If it's that difficult to talk about, I have no doubt it will be just as difficult to hear.
I really feel sorry for him.
But I'll be able to handle it. Please, tell me the truth.
This is so weird still. I knew something like this was gonna happen, like, but I didn't, when I, like, saw that he has a new design and there's, like, a story quest for him and, like, kind of like, oh, he's there with a new name and he looks different. I literally just thought, like, okay, he got kicked out by the Fatui after he was, like, used for their plans, but then we defeated him and they, like, kind of lost the purpose in using him anymore. I felt like, okay, he's just, like, switching sides and he's like, I'm tired of their bullshit, I'm just gonna, like, start with a new identity, and changed his element or got a vision. However, I didn't know anything about that part, but, like, the way that he, like, doesn't even remember, it feels so weird to me.
Is truth something you care a lot about?
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you did many things that would be considered evil. You nearly died because of what other people did, and many died because of you. As a non-human being, you hated gods and humans alike. You drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you found status and identity. You adamantly believed that you were missing a heart. Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit. Sometimes, you have to let parts of yourself go, or you'll never be happy.
Naida tells the Wanderer about his past.
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
In terms of the outcome alone, that's true.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right and wrong. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time. A chain of cause and effect. A cycle of karma and consequence.
That is the nature of truth. If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong. And yet, dichotomies like this are not enough to explain the world in all of its complexity.
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most likable individual.
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but
Yeah, we weren't your biggest fans.
Paimon, don't speak on this matter. You can't remember anything. We were each other's enemies, yeah.
If we were enemies, why are you trying to help me find the truth?
Because you've been through so much, I just feel sorry for you. And everyone deserves a second chance. At least, in this guy's situation.
This is so frustrating! This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy, but now he's just some random stranger we met on the street! He's got so much to answer for, but we can't make him talk because he doesn't remember anything. What a weird situation.
Indeed.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the god of wisdom, I trust that everything you told me must be true.
Yes, it's all true. I can even show you the memories themselves, if you're willing.
Please, I want to see them for myself. I want to experience my own transgressions.
Even though it will cause your present self great mental anguish?
I'm just a puppet, with no heart and no name. There is nothing in this world for me to cling to fill the void within me. Except maybe these sins that can never be undone.
Very well. As you wish.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him? This one's kind of on us for bringing him here.
Don't worry. Whatever danger I might face, it's my burden to bear.
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him on my behalf?
Yeah, of course, sure.
Oh, good point. Given your, unique situation, we'd better keep an eye on you.
Understood.
Thank you. Now, prepare yourselves, everyone.
Yep. Will do. Enter the memory. Oh my god, are we gonna see memories that we, like, haven't even seen before? Reminiscent drift. Wait, I wanna talk to them.
No matter what lies ahead, I'll face it. Whatever it takes. I'm just sorry that you have to join me for the whole thing.
Whatever it takes. Because I love the adrenaline running through my veins.
It's time to get ready.
No, it's not. You guys are lying to me. Alright, then let's go. Oh, it's a domain. The memories of a certain puppet. He can be the Balladeer, Harbinger of the Fatui, and he can also be the Kabukimono who was once sighted in Tatarasuna. Yes, I will be taking him with me, even though he will be a trial character. This is for story purpose only, and because I don't want to change my team. I just thought of something. Oh wait, I got to write it down. Alright, we are here.
This looks like Inazuma.
Right now, you're in a dream I created using information extracted from your memories. These memories will show you the raw truth, but be aware that enemies may react just like in the real world. Please be careful.
Sounds like an immersive experience. It's a good thing we came along.
You don't need to do this for me. I don't deserve your protection.
We never give up halfway. Well, we had to once, but that was your doing.
And now we're just finishing the job.
Alright. Thanks.
He's so cute, I want to keep him.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion. In your Balladeer incarnation, this is where the Electro Archon placed you after your creation. You had a great many memories here.
Is that because this is kind of like his birthplace?
It's kind of weird to me, because like last episode when we tried to ask Nahida about his existence and about his memories and everything, she didn't know anything. She didn't have any intel about him other than the like imaginary fan-made story tale. And now he's here and suddenly Nahida has like every information about it, everything. Or is it because we found his body and then she can connect to his mind? Or because I thought like everyone's mind was like kind of connected to Irminsul, like no matter where they are, but I don't know.
You could say that in a sense. You'll see why shortly.
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge.
Oh.
I can't believe the landslide didn't fill it in. I wonder who built it. The Crystal Marrow Miners? No, there's no way. Look at this exquisite construction work, and so well preserved too. No mining crew would be capable of this. There's someone passed out on the ground.
Who are you?
You're awake. What happened? How'd you get stuck here? Are you injured? Huh. Not a scratch. And these fine clothes. Who are you?
I mean, I know what outfit he's wearing. He's like wearing the white cloak, I think, that we have seen in, when was it? When we were entering his mind and we got like this cutscene from the YouTube trailers, you know. We probably won't see that in game, right?
This man is
Yeah.
Katsuragi, deputy to Torichiyo's adopted son, Mikoshi Nagamasa. He found the balladeer in Shake Pavilion and took him back to Tatarasuna.
And the rest is history. Well, it used to be.
In the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed by Nagamasa.
Let me get you out of here. Our people are nearby. Hang in there.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor disguised as a mechanic. The balladeer, then known as the Kabukimono, disappeared not long after. As the second in command at Tatarasuna, responsibility for what had happened fell to Mikoshi Nagamasa. But Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the latter had once saved his life. At Katsuragi's insistence, Nagamasa killed him to put an end to the Tatarasuna incident.
Cutscene? Oh,
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
yeah.
He looks like a warrior,
Hmm,
but he has a kind face.
true.
Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Because the Fatui, you know.
Yeah.
It's actually interesting that we don't have Wanderer as a child character in here. Then I'm glad I took him with me for story purpose.
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabukimono.
It's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new joining us.
I don't want to press any buttons because I don't know if it will stop the dialogue or not. So I'm like always waiting before I do something because I don't want to like cut off the lines when they're just like mid-conversation. Sorry, let me check behind every corner. Oh, apple. This is giving me flashbacks to the very first Genshin episode. Open sesame. Open sesame. Oh. How am I... Oh.
The wind rises.
See, it's good that I brought him with me, because otherwise... How... It's still... Is that... Wait, is that where I came in? Is it... Huh? How do I get out? I see a treasure chest somewhere. Don't do this to me. Don't...
Too slow.
Okay, can't get rid of that one. Keep exploring. I need to get... Wait. Where do I hear mechanisms? Oh, there's... Okay. Oh, okay. Oh. I thought this was where I came from, but apparently not so. How can I stand? I was gonna say, how can I stand on the electrocuted floor? Well, that's how. By getting hit by it. Oh, damn. Oh, what's this? Dendro?
Huh? What are we doing back here?
I hear voices. That's a lie. I can't hear anything.
Whoa.
Huh.
This is where you were born? It's pretty. But there's nobody here.
I was abandoned, like you. I lived here for a while at first, but there's nothing for us here. We can't stay.
Okay. I heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but the factory manager died, and then my dad got sick. He kept coughing all the time, just like me. Then
But you can't. You promised me.
Yup, we're family now. We're gonna be together forever and ever.
This child didn't have a name. Or rather, the balladeer didn't know what to call him. His father died before he could name him. After his mother died, The child stayed in their straw hut alone. Some of the neighbors helped to raise him. After leaving Tatarasuna, the balladeer ran into this child who didn't have a name, just like him. They made a promise to live together.
What happened to the child then?
He died from his illness while he was still very young. The balladeer came home one day and found that he had stopped breathing.
Oh no.
Hey! What's wrong? Say something! You promised me we could be family! You're no different from Niwa and all the others. You betrayed me too.
Do you want to make me cry at 1 AM? Oh man, what are you doing? Certainly not the Fandango.
The voices have gone. It looks like the memory ends here.
Let's keep going.
Keep exploring. Alright. Here we are. Oh! Back to the original location again. Oh, okay, this certainly does
You
look
do
different.
realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you. I've been waiting. What you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. Or you can continue to drift aimlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
The long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast?
Is the jester the same as Totore, or...? So I got no idea. Also, I hate that he does have, like, no HP. Bring him back! Okay, time for Dia. Time for Dia. Because she does have the amount of HP that Scaramouche is lacking. Help.
You ain't messing around.
Okay, one down. One more to go. I would like healing though. No, wrong character. Wrong. Stop. Oh, God. Actually wondering if, like, in this quest we will get to the point where we first met Scaramouche. Because if they would make a recap for that, that would be pretty interesting, because most people haven't played the first event where we actually first met him, you know? Alright, Dia, go get him! Bring it on!
Take this!
Take this!
Behold!
Get a load of this! Get a load of this! Oh,
And away I go. Buckle up.
come here. Come here! No! Give me my ult, give me my ult, give me my ult! Give me... Come here.
You asked for it.
Almost done. Okay. Oh. Why did I even get excited? Why?
Cry louder! Storm Fury!
Kill him. Kill him with kindness. Except I won't be using kindness at all. Oh my god, that was so close. No, you don't. You can't, I'm not transparent. I am not see-through. In fact, I am made of 70% water. Just like all of us, you know?
This place is dark.
Oh, I remember this place, I think. That's where we first met him in Inazuma. When we were like, oh my god, Scaramouche is here as well, he's back.
Paimon knows this place. It's the delusion factory in Inazuma.
Why does Paimon remember this place if, like, in this reality she has never met him? Like, why were we here then instead, you know?
In the original version of events, the Traveler once encountered the Balladeer here.
Yeah, I know.
Such a creepy atmosphere. And so familiar.
Are we gonna see his old version now? That would be interesting. I remember this. It was an unsettling place.
Hey, look over there!
Well, well,
Yeah.
my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and these incompetent fools all for me? Wow. You shouldn't have.
What do you have to gain from belittling your subordinates? You might not want to admit it, but you are a part of this plan.
Never would have thought we'd see her again.
Perhaps you find fighting in the abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time? Oh, but of course, even this pales in comparison to being experimented on by the doctor.
What a sharp tongue you have. Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings to yourself.
Save your breath. I know what I have to do.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it. Don't start thinking you're invincible, and don't let your emotions get in the way.
Surely you're not worried about me.
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never fail to find ways to complicate things.
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. But you, being tossed out like trash, must make you want to destroy it completely. Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the consequences now. Look at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Now, give that poor little tongue of yours a rest and stop pretending like you're above everyone else. Bye then. See you at the victory feast.
Poor little tongue? She's playing with fire talking to me like that. Who does she think she is?
It's actually crazy because I remember when we first met him in this scene. I was so annoyed by him. I didn't like him at all because we didn't know anything that he has been through, and then the whole thing that got revealed with him being a puppet and everything, and that's I can't talk. That was when we started to see that this guy has actually been suffering a lot.
Forget it. Someone might find me here any minute now. I should prepare to give them a warm welcome.
Yeah, that was me. Yeah.
The plot does not end here. There is more of this story to come. Wanderer, are you able to continue?
Yes. Please don't worry about me.
Why are you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
Why do I have to fight against this?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results in your own interests. Isn't that right, witch?
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
You're dead meat!
These don't normally take so long, right? I don't know. Can't remember. Take this. Take this. Take this. Take this. Take this.
This is Her Majesty's gift!
No, it's not. Where are you going?
Out of my sight.
No, not out of my sight. Now you're out of my sight.
Winter.
Squall and Fury.
Of course. Keep going. What else did I expect? Okay, wait. I don't have a shield here. Who's the more annoying one? Probably her. Jesus. Oh, wait, yeah, Dia does heal herself. I can keep playing her. That's nice. Would really need that self-heal right now, though. Okay.
Gotta dash. Come on out.
Wretched vermin!
Go get her. Go get her. No. No, no, no.
The wind rises.
Okay.
Look alive.
No. Won't let you to it. Won't let you to it. Okay.
You're dead, behold! Thunderclap!
No, it's not. Shut up! What is going on? Is she dead? Is she dead? I think she's dead. Yeah. Okay. Now him. Wow, instant.
Run from dead.
Head towards the next memory. Okay. Here. That's where I walked in, right? Or is it gonna be a different scene? Oh, it's a different scene. Raiden Shogun, maybe? Or are we already going to the Sumeru chapter? I don't know. Okay, Sumeru
Looks
chapter.
like we've arrived in Sumeru.
That was fast.
Is that?
Considering that Amorta's sage, Nafis, refused to join this project, I'll take part in the experiment in his place.
Welcome. I look forward to a fruitful collaboration.
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should know that becoming a god is far from a trivial affair.
Okay, that's actually interesting because we never saw how this all came to happen.
The biological transformation is a lengthy process. As such, I too would recommend that we commence as soon as possible. In the event that a successful connection is established, his body will become permanently bound to the machine, and he will be unable to move independently of it.
Nothing worse than what I've been through before then, Doctor.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I was able to garner a great deal of information. Alas, after that, you were under orders to remain in the Abyss. We barely saw each other, and it became difficult to further refine the knowledge I had gained.
That was gracefully worded. Ever wonder what they think if they knew that nothing matters to you, apart from your crazy experiments?
I suggest you speak to me in a more respectful tone, Scaramouche. The mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
The doctor again? That was uncomfortable to watch.
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
Yeah, he's a doctor. He's been all of this.
It's normal for him to give you the creeps. He scares the bejeebers out of Paimon.
Same.
Let's move on.
Continue exploring. Here we go. The loading screen. Continue loading screen. Are we back already? No, we're not, right? Okay. Oh.
You're a god. Do you think I'm evil?
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you, then yes, you are evil.
In your eyes, are there any differences between humans and puppets?
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future incarnations? If not, then what are the differences between humans and puppets? Whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of life in the human realm is human. Whoever has loved and lost, cried with grief, howled with rage at the tragedy of death that eclipses the miracle of life, they are human too.
I've seen enough of my past. If possible, I'd like to reclaim the sins that are mine to bear.
So he has to face his fears and fight himself?
No matter the consequences, I won't run from blame or punishment. Whatever I am due, let it come to pass.
So you're saying...
Can you return my memories to me?
Oh my god, we actually do it?
Huh?
Okay.
But won't that mean you'll lose your current identity?
Okay, that's crazy. I was complaining about him not being the same person anymore, but now I don't know. I better... He's already seen too much. I don't want to put him through this again.
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules. with each person being a collection of past experiences. As a puppet living in a human world, my life is subject to the same rules.
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your previous incarnation. All the emotions that you discarded will return to you. Are you sure you want to do this?
I've lived with the void in my chest my whole life. My creator didn't need me. And ever since I awoke, I've just drifted from one place to the next. But then I met you. And I finally realized that reclaiming my missing sins might be my one opportunity to become my true self.
Is this a true meaning of Cradle Cudevato's words? A person can erase themselves, and even though the original body is gone, this person will live on in his place. Are a person's sins an inescapable part of their destiny too?
I've always felt I have an innate tendency to yearn for something more, in a way that goes deeper than for most people. But for all my soul-searching as a Shugenja, I've never fully understood it. Looking at it now, it seems that I brought this curse upon myself. So I beg you, grant me this opportunity to gain a purpose, to change my destiny, and end my wandering.
Very well. Since your mind is made up, I will return to you that which is yours.
Oh my god. Cutscene? Yay! Cutscene! Everyone cheered.
You have made your decision. Now, take this.
Ah, poor guy.
Set him free.
Oh my god.
A puppet? What's he doing here?
Oh my god, goosebumps. Oh my god.
You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
Oh no.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled.
This is my...
Is he alright? No way!
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Ah, already again. Oh my god, you were so powerful.
Hey! Are you done yet?
Paimon, we need to stop it! He can stop it, he's the only one who can. By facing
All worthless dross will be purged.
his past.
That's why
You have to
this
fight.
won't be the end.
Yes! You can do better than that. Come on, drown yourself out. You've earned it yourself. You need to let go of the past. And hold on to what's in front of you. You're the only one who can change it. And you deserve a change of heart. You've already been there. I've seen it myself. You can do this. Don't give in to the dark memories.
Balladeer?
Animo! Hell yeah! Oh my god! Oh my god! This is so epic! Ah! Oh my god!
Die.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, so we actually have to fight him again now, and
This is truly my patience. Questions?
Oh my god! This is so cool! Oh my god! Sorry.
Be more human.
You know, I have like, okay, I can say this. I used to be like the biggest Nagito Komaeda fan some years ago, and like Scaramouche enjoyers have always given me the same vibes as Nagito fans. You know, not the best way. You know what I mean? If you've been into Danganronpa at some point in your life and grown out of it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But like, Wanderer enjoyers now, on the other hand, well, they can. I feel them. They have my respect. He has my respect. I feel him. Also, I can't go. Game over. Oh my god, it's not looking too good, and I can't heal him. Oh, there's the arm. There's the arm. Why did I not see it? Oh my god. No, no, no. It's not looking good. No. Come on. Oh, okay. The game heals me automatically, and there's nothing to fear, I guess. Hello, can I forgot I can fly upwards. Can you give me my E, please?
Behold.
It's so crazy to me that we have to fight him again so soon, you know, after the Sumeru finale. Also, I think in the last like 4 minutes, I have finally made a decision for. You'll find out in the next minutes, probably. Everlasting Lord of Arcane Wisdom.
Imbecile! Get out of my sight.
It disappeared. Did we win?
What did you expect? I'd never lose to that.
There's the tone of voice again. You're definitely back to your old self.
Yeah, now I kind of miss the old version. Okay, maybe my decision isn't clear yet. Ah, fuck.
Wait, but it was you inside that thing too. What have you got to be smug about?
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. Just the way I am.
Now you've recovered your memories, the past will catch up with you.
You sound like you're concerned about me. But don't worry. Thanks to you, even if I didn't change a thing, at least I now know the truth.
The memory recovery seems to have been a success. This dream has served its purpose.
Come on. Let's continue this outside.
Me, myself, but not, but not I. I was gonna say, ooh, it's just me, myself, and I. It's all alright until I die, cause I got me for life. Guys, does he look like a Steve to you?
Paimon, Balladeer?
Cause he looks like a Steve to me.
It feels like we just went on a really long journey. Paimon's exhausted.
You'll know what I mean soon. What up?
You don't like being addressed by that name?
Oh god, here we go. Ah, man, I'm not ready. Can you, like, give me another episode before I have to do this? I can...
It's fine. But I was just thinking, I should probably change it.
You don't go by the Balladeer anymore.
After learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way I can carry on using a name connected to him.
Yeah, exactly. But, like, every name he went by is connected to the doctor.
I'm not planning on returning to the Fatui. And they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people, and they might not even remember who the 6th is.
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
It's called a tactical retreat.
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile, but it wasn't completely meaningless. At least I made a lot of people forget about me.
But that doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can see and understand that. Changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of other people, these are not simple things to accomplish. What you are looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladeer is removed from existence, the world will not heed your will.
Indeed. How ridiculous.
Do you regret doing all that when you've gotten so little in return?
Even if I'm completely worthless, there's nothing in the world worth regretting. Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul, didn't you?
Yes, and I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire that information naturally.
Why would you go to such lengths? You trying to win me over too?
It's good though that he's back now. Like, I don't know. He kind of grew on me faster than I dared to admit during the whole domain scene. But like, for like gaming purpose and like because we've known him for so long, it's like I like it better that he's actually back to his normal self. Like, it makes it feel more real.
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you over was indeed a part of my plan.
And because we have seen like his alternate version, he literally gave off like soft puppy vibes. He was adorable, not gonna lie, I would have kept him if I could. But like we've seen like what his pure heart would look like if he wouldn't have had to suffer through all of that. So that kinda literally was him. So that's like the good that he has deep inside of him, you know?
But before that, I wanted to tell you the truth about your past. If all I wanted to do was use you, then I'd be no different from the doctor.
Very clever.
I guess you could say that's one of my virtues.
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So if embracing my sins is what it takes to make me useful again, so be it.
Hiro doesn't see you in that way.
Oh right, I almost forgot. You're the good guys. You're into justice and all that. Sorry if I have a slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fated to end up with the best helpers. I can live with that.
I'm glad you're able to think of it in that way. Traveler, in the future, I'll continue to search Irminsul more deeply and see what secrets can be uncovered, including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul. What exactly happened before and after that point? I want to know as well.
Thank you. Let's hope you can find some answers.
I will try.
Traveler.
Oh, here it comes. Yes?
After I dove into the information torrent in Irminsul, why did you go to Inazuma?
Because I wanted to know what you changed.
So that's how you found out whose fate had changed. And how?
I wanted to check on my waifu, Ayaka, but yes.
Well, whatever your reasons, you did me a favor. And I'll do everything I can to pay it back.
Low-key wanna hug him. I didn't do all of this for a reward. Please don't make it sound like I'm extorting you. Didn't do it for a reward.
Borrowing and returning are the only real relationships between individuals. I'll balance the books one day. Don't you worry.
That's not true. A relationship between two people is not simply a ledger that can be reset to zero. I think deep down you realize this. People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops and leave nothing behind. There is no such thing as balancing the books. Some things in this world can never be brought back, and they can never be changed, which is why there is emotion in the human world. Everything that you feel is real and lasting, and whatever is missing in you will not be made whole. To be human is to live with imperfections. You can choose whether or not you want to be human.
But humans can't live without a heart, can they? Anyway, I gave up trying to become a human a long time ago.
Same.
You understand what pain is perfectly well, even without a heart. You're just bearing your feelings. The past is set in stone, but you can keep moving on. And the longer your future lasts, the shorter your past will become, until one day, it is but a tiny fraction of your life.
Heartless people. No fitting name for you. How about Roxas?
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for me.
I hope you can give Naida a chance.
Everything's ended up being pretty darn complicated. Paimon doesn't even know where to start, but
Same.
the most important thing now is that you need to follow Nahida. Otherwise, all our efforts will have been for nothing.
Huh? Was he meant to say he moved his lips and he just went away? You wanna say something? Okay. This dude, I swear. Talk to me, hello. I'm still standing here, waiting for something.
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
Okay. Okay. Oh.
I'm glad that you've accepted our proposal.
Oh, here it comes.
Why don't you choose a new name to celebrate?
Ah!
Ooh! Paimon wants to pick an ugly nickname for you, too!
Shut up, Paimon.
Why?
Because Paimon still doesn't like you that much.
Ouch.
Then I hope we don't see much of each other in the future.
Joke's on you, you're already my team.
A name is
You're
life's
my
first
bitch now.
gift. You didn't say it out loud, but I know that's what you're thinking. The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on a new name, maybe you can ask them for ideas.
No, you want us to decide? Are you sure about that? Are you sure? You know we used to be enemies.
No, Paimon only does nicknames.
No.
If it's a serious nickname you're after, it's all yours.
It's me looking at all the people on Twitter saying they called him baby girl.
Have you got anything?
Here it goes. Okay. This was something I have spoiled myself, unfortunately, right after this quest came out and before I have played it, obviously. Name change rules. You can obtain the... Imagine this would have been such a crazy surprise, but I'm actually glad I got to prepare myself. I don't want to know what I would have ended up naming him if I wouldn't have known about this. I've literally been thinking about this since like the last 4 or 3 days. I've even asked people on Instagram, but yeah, I'm gonna show you later what my name options were. I'm pretty sure I've decided on something now, and it's literally in the last 5 minutes only. Name change rules. You can obtain the item an Apple of Stroke from the Archon Quest interlude and version of Genesis, which will allow you to change Eon's Adrift Wanderer animal's name. Please take note that some names cannot be utilized in this change. Once you have renamed this character, some interfaces in the game going forward will display the name that you have chosen. There is a limit on the number of times you can rename this character, so do it with care. Like, you can name him now in the quest, and you get this, like, gadget in your inventory, which gives you the option to rename him for only one single other time during the whole game. Disclaimer. Travelers, please ensure that you follow our terms of service while using this function. To create a healthy gaming environment, please read and confirm that you will not instigate or take part in the creation of content that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, sexual orientation, ethnicity, government, or region. The bullying or insulting of any travelers or groups of travelers. Any other content or behaviors that violates the terms of service. We may have to restrict your use of the game services if you do not follow these rules. This may include suspension, restriction, a name reset, forced disconnection, login suspension, or account forfeiture. At the same time, you are welcome to use the report function to send feedback to us should you encounter the aforementioned situation. You're welcome to use the report function to send feedback. Okay. Edit the Wanderer's name. Okay, here I'm gonna tell you, my little list, because I wrote down a couple of names and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about them and then I'm gonna go with the name that I think I have decided on. Okay, so name number 1 on my list was Greg because he reminds me of Greg from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Name number 2 was Rick because I felt like he kind of looks like a Rick. Name number 3, and this was literally in my last 2 options, like this made it to 2nd place, Steve, because I just think he looks like a Steve. I don't know. But like, you know, giving him an American name would have been hilarious, but it like also would fit like, you're just a normal guy now. You're just called Steve now. No more Scaramouche. Also, because you got used to his name Scaramouche, being Scaramouche, I was like used to giving him a name with an S. But I thought he also looks like someone whose name might start with a K. Probably because we also heard like Kuni Kozushi, or I still don't know what his name was, but like, you know, start with a K. Next one was Jesse. I think he also looks like a Jesse. Also, the only Jessies I know are like Jesse Paintman, which is also an interesting character. And Jesse Rutherford, which is also an interesting character if you're being on Billie Eilish stan Twitter. And Roderick. We all know who Roderick is. And I think we can all agree. Well, purple guy, but he's not purple, he's blue now that he's animal. Randy, I don't know, he looks like a Randy. This doesn't even belong on the list. We have PJ, JJ, also doesn't really belong onto the list. Akira, Ren, Ran, or Rin, which got like inspired by Persona 5 because I thought he maybe looks like a Ren or like an Akira. Then Shinichiro or Shuntaro, and Shuntaro also is like probably like on the 3rd place. Shuntaro was like on my mind because I like the name, and it's like the name of the front singer of one of my favorite bands, Hello Sleepwalkers. They made the opening for Noragami, if you've watched that anime, for example. Which would have been like a nickname like Shun or Taro. And Taro had a meaning which would also like fit to him, but he doesn't look like someone whose name would start with a T. Then we had Saburo, which was based on Saburo Yamada from Hypnosis Microphone, because I thought they have like a similar character and sorta similar resemblance. Then we have Pinocchio because of the whole puppet thing, and August because of a Pinocchio from Once Upon a Time. Then we had Neva before I have seen the rest of the story quest, but like Neva died, so let's not do this. Then we had Jasper because of Jasper from the 100, and I thought like this name would fit him. Also, Skara and Mushu made it onto the list, but they're too similar to his old name, and we want to forget about his old past. Then I also had Ryu, Taro, Shun, and Kosuke. And what else did we get? I had Shingetsu, which means new moon, which was like the name I almost went with if I would have had to name him after last episode, because like during the Black Cat story, also Kuroneko made it onto the list because someone else has pointed this out because of it means black cat, like from the story. But like it's like kind of not personal. And Shingetsu means new moon, and he said something about like wanting to make them see a new moon or like becoming a new moon or something at the end of the cat story. Then I had Shugenja on my list because they just mentioned it. I had no idea what it means though. Then what I wrote down in the last half hour was Kay, Felix, Saki, Roxas, and Michael. Why ever I wrote down this one. But, you know, my final two were Steve and the name I have decided on, which I will give him for now. I mean, I can change it if I want to use the tool, but I think I'm gonna name him Keisuke. First of all, he kind of looks like a Keisuke. I said he looks like someone whose name would start with a K. Keisuke means to save, and we kind of saved him. I don't know. But most importantly, he reminds me of another character that I know, and he's also called Keisuke, and they've kind of like had to deal with like manipulation and like facing their battles and like losing memories. So I kind of had to think of this. I was like, okay, wait. This name would actually fit him, and it like also sounds like a very like normal everyday name that a lot of people probably have. So this would like also be like something. Okay, you're starting out as a new regular person. You're getting a new regular name. Nothing too special. Okay, if you mean that it literally means like save or savior, then it is pretty special. But you know what I mean. It's like I'm just gonna call him Keisuke. Almost went with Saburo though. Yes, I think I'm sure. I had this feeling for the last 10 minutes while we were fighting through his memories and battling his old self, so I think I'm gonna go with this.
Oh, alright. If you say so.
Also, one of my
Now you have a name of your own.
Yay, are you proud now? I gave you a really normal name. You can start a new life now being a normal person. When I made an Instagram story asking about, like, I was posting the list of, like, almost all of these names I just read. My very first drafts, though, not the recent ones. And I asked my followers on what name I should pick, and, like, an old friend of mine had replied that they have named him Steve as well. And I thought it was pretty funny, and they also said he looks like a Steve. But then they also said they got logged in on his birthday, so they got birthday mail from him. And they just logged into Genshin and saw like, oh, you got a new mail by Steve, and they panicked and thought that someone was like, I don't know, threatening them because they forgot they have named him Steve.
What about a nickname? Are you done yet?
It feels so weird seeing him with Keisuke. Even Kevin was on my mind, because I was like, he looks like someone who starts with a K. If I can't name him Steve, I'm gonna name him Kevin.
Still thinking. Stop rushing me!
Take your time. I don't need to see you again until you've thought of one.
What do you plan to do next?
Everyone who manipulated me and made me suffer will have to pay the price.
If that's what you plan to do.
You mean the Fatui?
Oh, I'm in on that, I agree.
The doctor, at least.
That's reasonable.
Now that your stance has changed, I believe your future path will change accordingly. But it won't be immediate. You still need some time to compose yourself.
Yeah.
One more thing.
Yeah?
There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. Some of them know. Well, they ought to know about the connection between Raiden Gokuden and myself.
Oh, another name that also made it onto my list, and I was just texting an in-game chat with my friend about this again before the episode started. My best friend John wanted me to name him John. Well, but my Wenti is already called John in my head, so... John, you're already in my game. You can't be Scaramouche and Wenti. Even though you're pretty emo, just like him.
I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being. If you see them in Inazuma, please tell them that I was the one responsible for the Raiden Gokuden's downfall. Even though the events have been erased from the world, they still deserve to know the truth.
I'm kind of proud of myself that I, like, managed to actually, like, feel a name coming by, like, feel it in my heart without, like, being forced and having to decide on all these random names, because I actually felt it and it actually felt right. And I was, like, hoping for this since before I started the story quest. I actually have been avoiding that quest for this exact reason. And I was, like, hoping that it would come by, like, naturally when I'm playing through the quest, that I can decide on a name and it just feels right, so I don't have to feel bad about it. So I'm pretty glad about this. I may wake up tomorrow and hate it, though.
I see. That is up to you.
Huh? But if we do that, then...
It's fine. Let them stab their blades into my chest if they so desire. Maybe that's how it always should have been.
Fine.
No nonsense. I like it. Alright, let's call it a day. Goodbye, wise deity. And you too.
I'm the wise deity. You two was referring to Nahida and Paimon.
He's gone.
What he went through today would have been like living an entire lifetime in an instant. He'll need some time to calm down.
What I'm wondering, though, about the naming system is like... Oh, I could have actually given him a surname as well, because like every Inazuma character has like a last name and a first name. I might do this afterwards. What I'm saying... Keisuke Steve. What a pretty name. I may give him a last name. I may use the edit function for this one. Probably. Wait, but then the last name needs to be in front of Keisuke. I'm gonna think about this later. What was I wanting to say? Oh yeah, what if I would have named him like after an existing character, like Beidou, for example? Or if I name him after something and then there's gonna be a character in the future with that same name, because that will probably make it like invalid, right?
Yeah, true. But even so, after everything that's happened, he doesn't seem quite as fierce anymore.
There were some bumps along the way, but it's all over now. Maybe I call him Keisuke Shingetsu Keisuke or something, like then I have a new moon in the name as well.
So we can finally go eat? Paimon is starving.
He's literally becoming my OC at this point.
Thank you both. I hope you will find somewhere nice to go and relax for a while.
Yeah, I have to start with the event like immediately tomorrow. Because I'm running out of time, that's why I even started to play this quest in the first place. I think I'm gonna call him Shingetsu Keisuke. Because we have like Kaidehara Kazuha, Kamisato, Ayaka, and like... I can't think of any other Inazuma. Yae Miko. Yae also always sounded like the first name to me. Keisuke Shingetsu or Shingetsu Keisuke? Keisuke Shingetsu sounds cooler, but that would make Shingetsu the first name, and I want Keisuke to be the first name. But also, I have not been caring about what the first name of Yae Miko is, because Yae Miko sounds like one name to me. Then, okay, but Arataki Ito also has like Arataki in the front. I'm gonna think about this later. I'm probably gonna talk to my friends about it.
I've got it!
Because
I
I
can
can't
end my
decide
novel
things.
with some words from Mikoshi Nagamasa.
You mean because everyone else in the story is dead?
Yeah, I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died at a ripe old age. He's the perfect fit to be the narrator of the epilogue. The dark clouds had dissipated, but they continued to cast their shadow in Mikoshi Nagamasa's mind for decades to come. Then, one night, as an old man, he had a dream. On the night when that prized blade, the Daitatara Nagamasa, was forged, the people rejoiced, and there was painting, dancing, and drinking. All these expressions of joy melted down in the furnace fire and turned into red clouds that rallied around the final sunrise that Mikoshi Nagamasa saw in his lifetime.
But also not giving him a last name would like sort of fit into the theme of him being like just called like Scaramouche, Wanderer, like just having one title, you know? I don't know, I can't
Life
decide.
is a story too long to be told, a journey that you must walk to behold.
Because it will also make sense to not give him a family name because he doesn't like have any family and like doesn't have any origin as well, so it would fit with the story as well. But it feels weird just having one name. I don't know, but also all the people from like Mondstadt or like Sumeru or like Leo also have only one name. And like no last name. Or like some people like Kaya, for example, do have a last name, but they're like not listed. And see, his name already changed here, so... return to the resting place. Is this still... Inversion of Genesis. Return to... Puppet is given a... Okay, this is still the same quest. I just needed to check in for a second. Also, I think this is just gonna be like, afterward, so it's not gonna be long. Sorry, the episode has been kind of going for a while. But,
Behold!
Behold! It's so cool, though, to finally know what's the deal with him. Because I've been, like, asking myself this the whole time about him, like, having animo vision and, like, you know, everything. Design and, you know... Oh, this resting place.
It's about time we had a break. As soon as you stop, all the tiredness and hunger comes rushing back.
Rest up, Pam, and I'll buy some delicious treats as a reward.
Wow, great! Huh? Look at the vase.
Oh! Oh, the one you broke. I thought it was, like, fixed again, but okay, what about it?
Did someone break it while they were cleaning the room or something? But Paimon doesn't remember there being a cleaner.
Oh, so Paimon has now forgotten that she did forget about him. That night we stayed here, Paimon bumped into the table after being startled by something to do with the Baldi and broke the vase. Yeah, so that timeline was erased now. But the Baldi erased his existence, he changed the world, so why is his vase still broken? Oh.
You sound lost and confused.
Is that Raiden Shogun? Who's that?
I know why you are troubled. Any who knew of this would find their mind overwhelmed.
Is that Lumine? Is that Urukadavata? Or is it, like, the next Archon from Fontaine?
Huh? Is there someone here talking to us?
Is it the unknown god?
Unfortunately, the fate of Tevat cannot easily be changed. Perhaps a god may have a slim chance, but for anyone else, who can say? When a small animal runs into a tree trunk, though the tree may sway, it is not displaced. The same is true of fate.
Kinda sounds like Mona's voice, just talking differently.
Like a vase that falls to the ground. Whether it is broken by a cat or by a bird, the result is still a broken vase, is it not?
But the unknown god from the beginning had a deeper voice, I think.
Who are you? How do you know about all this?
History does not change easily, but human hearts can. Believe your own eyes. Only that which you see is true. What is unseen is but an illusion.
She sounds creepy, but her voice sounds so familiar.
The voice has disappeared. And who the heck was that? And what were they doing coming out of nowhere and saying all that scary stuff?
It probably is the next Archon. Believe my eyes? Does she mean I should trust my memories?
Anyway, that vase is still lying there broken on the ground. Should Paimon go get someone to clean it up? It feels wrong just leaving it there. Just a moment. Paimon will be right back.
Are we gonna hear something again, or... I mean, it would make sense to be the next Archon, because there's like the story that like... It's like the Archon quest previously to the next Archon quest, which will take place in Fontaine. I wonder what else awaits me in the future. Oh, but we also will go to Celestia in the Fontaine story arc. Inversion of Genesis. Ayo! Ayo! Okay, guys, see you in the next episode of Genshin Impact. Until then, Shazam. Blah blam. Wait, I'm gonna make one single pull on the standard banner, not on the weapon banner, and I won't be getting anything. Alright guys, see you in the next episode of Genshin Impact. Until then, Shazam. Bye! Let me know what you named Scaramouche if you watched till the end though. That would be interesting to know.
Will be departing soon.